not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a beautiful Monday. Yeah, I know. No, it ain't even Monday, dude. It's Sunday. We straight early in the business. But our last segment, we talked about Marky Mark and the Dummy Bunch going down to South Carolina, getting slaughtered. I don't know what you do with that. I really don't know where you go from here if you're a Kentucky fan, because you're paying Mark Stoops a whole bunch of money to be very bad. So you've got to make some decisions. Then we did a recap of Friday night's double overtime classic between Virginia and Florida State. Really, there were no losers in that game, at least to me. I think the fans, they got treated to a very compelling offensive show. Louisville, they hang on against Pitt. Pitt always plays Louisville tough. I still don't believe in Miller Moss, but credit to Brian Brom for actually figuring out and cracking the code and having U of L come out victorious over the weekend. Illinois, the Fighting Illini, respect my gangster. They beat up and beat down and punk out USC in Champlain. And then we did the coverage of the last night's classic, the White Game in Happy Valley, Penn State versus Oregon, the rematch from the Big Ten championship game. And congratulations to Dan Lanning and the guys from Eugene getting the win in double overtime. I told you, this was a huge show. This was a very big show. However, going to stay in the SEC, Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin is on his revenge tour. And though I do not like this man, I detest him and his existence. I don't respect him as a man or as a person, and he is pretty much the scum of the earth. But hey, look, he's got a good season on his hands. He's got his got his hit list out, and Florida, you better be worried, because this guy is gunning, and he wants his spot. He wants his place and his spot in his college playoff. Talk about it when we get back from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Y'all know what it is. We pumping another rap album this month. Ice Cube, Man Up, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What You Gonna Do About It, Freedom. That's deep. Freedom is deep. Guess what? Before hip hop, that was real too. Respect My Space, and that's Salt and Pepper. Man Up by Ice Cube, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Ice Cube getting busy. Make sure you go ahead and get the album. Show him some love. West Side, yay, yay. So the Lane Kiffin Revenge Tour rolls on. Again, I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm a huge Lane Kiffin guy, because I'm not. I'm not even going to do that. However, I'm not a hater. I'm principled for whatever you may think of me and my commentary of this man, but I am going to give you props when you do something really well. Last week it was Kentucky. This week it's LSU. Now, to paint a picture, Kentucky and LSU plus Florida kept Ole Miss out of the college playoffs. So once Greg Sankey and the powers to be in the SEC couldn't bully the committee into getting another SEC team in that college playoff, then Lane made up his mind that there will be hell to pay. And so he got to spin the block on LSU. LSU got a gentleman's 40-piece on the road. They got a 40-piece McNugget, fam. I'm not going to hold you. 480 yards of total offense, 314 yards through the air, 166 yards on the ground, and that's good for about 5 yards of play, 28 first downs, 8 of 16 on third down conversion, perfect on fourth down. Believe it or not, they only punted the ball 4 times. And you can watch the color commentary from the prostitutes over at ABC/ESPN and Disney. They were sitting there trying to go ahead and give LSU a pep talk. And you saw Brian Kelly trying to go ahead and rally the troops and give them just encouragement on the sidelines because they needed to protect Garrett Nussmeier. And I'm just sitting there saying, I've never seen that. I've never seen an O-line get down dressed during a game to where he's pleading with them. And I know LSU, they said, oh, he's on the hot seat. He's not this, he's not that. I think you saw a damn good coach who gave a damn, who didn't let the position coaches, who didn't let the assistants. He was there begging and pleading with them to protect Newsommeyer so they can get out of there with a score. Now, Ole Miss, they run a 4-2-5 scheme, 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 DBs. Pete Goldwig, he kept everything in front of him, and he takes away that pass over the top. Brian Kelly and his staff couldn't figure that out. Garrett Newsommeyer, 21 of 34 for 197 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. You think a guy who's been playing college football for a long time like him, yeah, he's the super duper senior over here. You think he'd actually figure some of this out by himself? Regular Chad Powers incarnate. No LSU rusher had over 23 yards for the game. Just a demoralizing beating. And the Rebels, they took the Tigers out back and they pretty much slaughtered them. Now, Ole Miss, they run a hybrid offense, and it's a gap zone, and they run the offense with some spread options in there. Again, this is why you come here. This is why you come here, because we do this for real. I am him. I'm the best in the world for a reason. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend. However, looking at this game, Trinidad Chambliss, 23 of 39 for 314 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He ran 14 times for 71 yards. That kept the LSU defense discombobulated and guessing all over the field. And he showed. Congratulations to Lane, even though I'm not, like I said, I detest this man. I do not even respect his ability to exist in the world that I occupy in space and time. I am being real with you. However, I am principled, and I'm not a hater. They played a damn good game, and to the victor goes the spoils. If you are an Ole Miss fan, get in the comments. If you're an LSU fan, get in the comments. We got to hear you. It's your boy, Big Vern. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy, Big Vern.